And we're back here on 95.1 FM, 790 AM, KFYO. It is 7:35, and as promised, Mr. Eddie McBride, the CEO of Lubbock Chamber of Commerce, is in the house this morning to set us straight. Number one, on the Expo Center, but we were kind of rudely interrupted. We were talking about how fast that the auditorium and coliseum has been taken down.
Yeah, it went fast. Well, it's not surprising because obviously you don't know how easy it's going to be until you start doing it. But good morning, Dave. Good morning, Matt. It's nice to be back with you guys again.
That and Texas Tech wanted it down.
Oh my gosh, yeah, and I don't blame them. I mean, because obviously, there's so much. The athletics program at Tech is just wonderful.
Well, has it not exploded?
What a great opportunity, and in the baseball team's playing Michigan on Saturday. And that's going to be an interesting. I just can't help but wish them the best of success, but can't help but think that obviously they're going to do well during the World Series.
And once again, Texas Tech. We're carrying all of Texas on our back.
Yeah, I love that. That was funny. Just like the track team. I mean, Coach Kitley, 20 years he's been working on this. Isn't that? Aren't you? I mean, I'm really proud for him, but proud for the team too. But boy, he has worked so hard for years and years and years, and so what a great way.
I think that they've been winning all the indoor track stuff, now they're
it's
just the
first
outdoor
time to win the
men's
national
championship.
Yeah. And they've had, they've been close on several occasions, and they've been predicted on several occasions to win. But they pulled it off.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. If there was ever any entity that was blessed, it is Texas Tech. And not only just because they've had such great success at sports. That's one of them. But, I mean, you look at that campus and the things that they have built, and the way it has grown, and now approaching 40,000 students, it really truly is a blessed situation, I think.
Well, and visionary leadership, not only with the dental school and dental school and hospital in El Paso, the vet school that's going to be in Amarillo, the campuses that they've expanded to, they've earned their right to be called an international academic institution of value. So I think it's really good to have, I always say that you pinch Texas Tech and Lubbock hurts. I mean, that's absolutely correct, and I'm just really happy the vet school, Chancellor Mitchell and President Skuvenik, what a wonderful job they've done this last legislative session, so, all the folks that they've surrounded themselves and the help that they've given the folks up in Amarillo, what a great job they did help pushing it through as well. So I think it was a really, really, truly West Texas effort to put all this together.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, the Texas Tech brand has expanded.
Oh, absolutely.
All over the country. They're well
justifiably so.
We're particularly glad to see you come in because Matt and I were having a heated discussion. Well, it was not a heated discussion.
But y'all's discussions are warmly
discussion
done.
About the Expo Center. The front page of the paper this morning, they're starting to, in July, they'll start to collect taxes to pay for the Expo Center.
Right.
And, I was just saying that I don't know that much about the Expo Center. They talked about it being the home of the ABC Rodeo, as though they're building the entire Expo Center just to save the ABC Rodeo, which I'm an M-Buck, and I'm all for the ABC Rodeo, but I don't think we know yet, even in the ballpark, of what this thing's going to cost, but it's going to be in the millions. And is it going to be good for Lubbock? I say, although I don't know all the uses for it, other than the ABC Rodeo, I suppose it will be. It'll be another entity that's going to draw people to Lubbock to stay in our hotels, to spend their money in our restaurants, et cetera, et cetera. Max says they should go to Levelland.
Matt's just being short-sighted in that respect. I mean, that's
not what I said at all.
Well, I didn't say you said that, number one. Okay. But Dave's report of yours, your comments,
I think
would
say.
Reflect that to be short-sighted.
No.
But number one, it can't go. I mean, it's not just for the ABC Rodeo, although it's going to be a perfect home for the ABC Rodeo. That's just one of many different events and/or shows, trade shows included, that can be done there. You're talking about not only dirt floor events, but you're talking livestock events. You're talking, obviously, equestrian events. That would be dirt floor as well. But the fact of the matter is there's a lot of equestrian events that go on the Panhandle and all the way down to Midland, Odessa at these type of facilities that we don't have here in Lubbock. And even the auditorium coliseum that was not well suited for all that. I mean, it wasn't built to house styles of rodeo.
No.
I mean, they had to adjust it, and they still had, obviously, a lot of work to make it happen. But this is going to be built specifically for those type of events that over the years we have lost due to the fact that we have no facilities to house them. And so I think it's going to be a great opportunity for the Expo Center to actually attract a lot of new out-of-towners to Lubbock, and that's why it's going to pay back the hotel motel tax that's going to be used to build it. I guarantee it. It's going to. I don't know what the pro formas are on how long it'll take it, but I guarantee it. We had over 6 million visitors last year to Lubbock already. So we're already having a lot of visitors come to Lubbock. People don't realize the importance of that on our economy. But the fact of the matter is, obviously, I think the Expo Center is going to pay for itself, and it's going to be another jewel in the crown of jewels that we have in Lubbock, which is not unlike what Buddy Holly Hall, and now we'll have this. So it's going to be very attractive to bring a lot of new folks to town.
Yeah.
So do you believe that, Matt?
No, not necessarily, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, again, if you're going to have an event, you're going to look at not only there, but the surrounding areas. And a lot of the events that they're talking about having there are not going to be your big headlining events. You're going to have everything from stock shows on up. You know, it's going to be a lot of smaller events that they could have there. But I think there's other event centers, and I just use Levelland as an example.
The Mallet Center is a wonderful little, wonderful event center.
And if it was going to cost half the amount of money and you didn't need the seating, or even the hotels of Lubbock, then maybe you could use something like that. It'd be half the money. Or you could go to even over at the fairgrounds. They're trying to upgrade the stuff that they have over there.
They're going to have a new livestock arena there. They're opening grand opening in a couple of weeks.
So anyway, my point is that all these smaller events that are expected to be there have other venues that they could have. So you still potentially could have some of the big events.
Well, man, I'm sure that's going to happen. There's going to be a lot of events that will go to smaller venues. But I suspect, and again, I'll say I'm not an expert at it, and I don't know all the ins and outs of it and who will use it. But it's just another one of those things, and I hope that the people who are promoting it are visionaries, and that they understand, and that it's going to pay out over years to come.
Sure, and they have talked to a lot more people than you and I, Matt and Dave, have talked to together. I guarantee it about the folks that are interested in coming to Lubbock to a facility of this nature. So they've already talked to a lot of these people, both not just in this region, in the state, but nationally, as far as coming to Lubbock for this event, for this not just the rodeo, but many other types of events.
Let's take a quick break, and we'll come back and talk more with Eddie McBride, CEO, Lubbock Chamber of Commerce. And by the way, if you have a question for Eddie, 806-680-2790 is our text line. Shoot us a question, and we'll get Eddie to respond to it. After this, more on KFYO Mornings with Matt and Dave. And we are back at 7:47 a.m. Here on KFYO Mornings with Matt and Dave. And our guest this morning, of course, as Eddie is with us every month, Eddie McBride, CEO, Lubbock Chamber of Commerce. Well, we've talked about the Expo Center, and you've given us some really good information. What's going on at the Chamber of Commerce?
Well,
the award-winning Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you for saying that, Dave. Today we have a new member orientation. It's called an I'm a New Member Now What. So we try to, whenever we get new members signed up, we always want to bring them in and make sure they get the information they need about the Chamber of Commerce and how it's going to help them in their business. So that's what's on today. On June 27th, we have a business after hours. It's going to be sponsored by Caprock Business Finance Corporation. So we continue to have those relationship building and networking events. Our next several big events is going to be our golf tournament on July 22nd, and it's going to be at the Rawls. So obviously that's always a lot of fun. It's a fun golf tournament, one of the better, in my opinion, one of the better run nonprofit tournaments in the city.
Who can play it?
And all chamber members that want to sign up to play. Well, it's almost, I think there's a couple of teams left in the morning and a couple of teams left in the afternoon. So call down to the chamber. But
this is just for chamber members, huh? It's
for chamber members to be in the tournament, yes. That doesn't mean that you have to have a chamber member on every team, but it's intended. It's a chamber event, so it's intended for chamber members to obviously come and network. And one of the benefits of membership is to have a chance to play in a tournament like this. Mm-hmm. So, and again, there's a couple of teams in the morning, a couple of teams in the afternoon, and if anybody's interested in it or any of our other events, 761-7000 is our telephone number. 761-7000. We're down in 1500 Broadway, the Wells Fargo Center. We're also next month going to start taking Leadership Lubbock applications. Leadership Lubbock, we've been running that program since 1975, and it's a great leadership experience, along with really get a great orientation about the community. And so it's been a lot of folks have gone through the program, and I think it's really good. It's a great program. It's one of the better programs that we put on at the Chamber. So I think in all, I think that's a good opportunity for folks. And then we get the chance on August 21st, we get to have our Reckham Tech Athletics Breakfast. That's going to include not only Coach Wells, but it'll have the Coach Wes Kitley from the national champion track team come and speak. So that'll be really fun time.
Is he going to bring his trophy with him?
I hope so.
That's a pretty good looking trophy.
He'll put it right there center stage and give Coach Wells a little bit of incentive to help in that respect. But we'll have Coach Stone and Coach Greystone there from both lady soccer and volleyball. So it'll be our opportunity to kick off the fall sports and. In Coach Wells' first year, we're really looking forward to, obviously, football season. I think it's 70-something days by the time we get football kicked off. So that's the best way to spend the summer is get ready to go for football. Not at all.
Okay.
I mean,
well, that's enough about all this peripheral stuff. When is the barbecue? Let's get down to the important stuff here.
October or something?
Yeah,
That's still a ways away.
It's
the
ways
date been
away.
set yet?
Yeah, it has. And we just started the meetings as far as trying to. Well, we've been meeting to the different aspects and variations on what's going on.
Well, you moved it to the fairgrounds this year, and I think that
last year was our first year.
Great idea. You had I'm guessing you had a lot more participation.
Yeah, and it made it a little bit easier. October 10th is going to be the date. We have to wait till after the fair is finished, and that's good because that's during the fair that's when we get all that fall rain. So after the fair is over, then obviously it'll be out there again this year, October 10th. It's a Thursday. And again, we saw a lot of logistics needs that we needed to have improved, easy access, better parking for the customers that come out to the barbecue. So it'll be another great event that we're really looking forward to. And so make sure you mark that on your calendar, October the 10th.
Yeah, I'm telling you. There's really not another event quite like that. I mean, you could go. You go to that event, Matt?
I did last year.
Oh, my word. The biggest mistake you make is saying, now I'm going to pace myself because there's over 200 places you can go eat a rib. Well, by the time you get to the third place in, you're done. Okay, we'll take a quick break and come back and with more of Eddie McBride, Lubbock Chamber of Commerce. Text line's open, 806-680-2790. If you want to shoot us a text with a question for Eddie. Back with more after this. Okay, and we are back here at 7:56. Guys, we've got more to talk about than we have got time, Eddie. Eddie McBride, Lubbock
You guys
Chamber
are fun
of
to talk
Commerce.
to.
Well, you just told me something I didn't know. For somehow or another, I have missed out on the fact that we've got South Plains College that's going to move into the old City Hall.
Yeah, it's an outstanding opportunity for downtown investment and downtown revitalization. So it's really, really good news. They planned that well.
Are you happy with the way you're seeing downtown develop?
Yeah, it's been a slow process, and I think there's been a lot of background stuff that it's just like I think Buddy Holly Hall. I think there's a lot of other stuff that's probably at some point in time. I think there's going to be a tipping point where they really raise the rest of the money, and I think downtown redevelopment is going to be same in that respect. That at some point in time, I really think it's going to get picked.
I think we've kind of reached that tipping point with development downtown.
I think so.
Now you're seeing it kind of explode.
Yeah, and explode.
This is going to be a huge deal for the South Plains College, putting 2,000 students a day downtown.
Yeah, and having them back downtown, is going to be big. But at this point in time, the work going on redevelopment downtown, I think it's going to be another spur. It's really going to.
What's going to happen with that huge Rager Dykes facility downtown?
I don't know that answer. That is a very good question. I know it's being looked at. But I don't know if there's been any resolution exactly what's going to happen to it. I don't know that answer.
We only have about a minute or so. So what have we not covered for the Lubbock Chamber that you'd like to talk about?
Well, the Chamber obviously exists in our community to strengthen, promote, and serve our business community. So obviously during both this last legislative session as well as it be D.C., as well as it be at City Hall, I think we do a good job of advocating and representing businesses in the legal arena. I mean, we've We've done the same thing as a lot of other business organizations. We don't like tariffs. We like free trade. We like, obviously, the opportunity for the Mexico and Canada, the former NAFTA agreement to be approved. So we're really doing what we can on behalf of our business community.
I don't think you're going to have much ability to help with that with the Democrats and Donald Trump fighting, but they need to get that done.
I think I hope it gets done. And you'd think that there'd be something like that they'd agree to.
It should already be a done deal, but they don't want to give Donald Trump that win before
You're
an election.
absolutely correct, and that's too bad. I mean, we need that. I mean, our economy is booming. We need to keep it booming.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Well, Eddie, it's always a pleasure to have you here. You always impart some good information on us. And again, I can't say enough good things about the Lubbock Chamber of Commerce. You guys have been award winners. Okay, back with more after this.